When I first discovered hypnotherapy, my functioning levels seemed fine. I looked after the kids, I worked, I attended social things that I needed to. I don't think anyone would have said I had a problem. But I think I was finding things hard. I was tired. I was starting to struggle with sleep and feeling tired all the time. And I had issues with my tummy, started losing hair, noticing that my skin wasn't good. I guess I put it down to age and stage, and I didn't really think much of it. I just assumed that's what it was going to be like. And then my friend suggested that I try hypnotherapy. My first session of hypnotherapy wasn't what I expected it to be. I thought I would lay on a bed and they'd tell me a story and then something would magically happen. It really wasn't like that. Instead, I told my story. I told my therapist my story, and she listened and really listened, not just sort of heard it, but I felt like I was being really listened to. And as she listened, it was like I was hearing my story for the first time. My first session of hypnotherapy was not what I expected. I thought I would lay on a bed and be told a story and then it would have some sort of effect on me. But instead, I told my story and the hypnotherapist listened. I mean, really listened. In fact, I think it was the first time I've been fully listened to. And as she listened, it was like I heard my life for the first time. In my first session of hypnotherapy, when I went into hypnosis, I cried. And then when I went home, I cried again. Sort of deep crying, like deep, deep crying with big fat tears, as if a dam had somehow broken. Um, Something loosened at that time, and I think I realized my healing journey had begun. In the next sessions, we delved deeper into some of the patterns and behaviors that I hadn't even realized had been holding me back. And every time something else loosened, and my response to it was crying. I cried and I cried and I cried. Um, and each time I felt like there was something underneath loosening. At about my fourth session of hypnotherapy, I started to notice things really shifting for me. I started to notice that I was sleeping better, um, and that my reactions were less urgent. It wasn't even something that I'd noticed before was a problem, but I was just a bit more loose, a bit more comfortable. About my seventh session, I started to realize that something deep inside me was shifting, almost like an expansion. Like, whereas before I'd been seeing like this, it was suddenly now I could see like this. And I would say that that shifting and expanding hasn't stopped. It's something that develops, keeps going, keeps going. It's one of the great things about hypnotherapy is that you do the sessions, but the journey doesn't end when you finish the sessions. Things keep happening for you because you've taken on that skill, you've taken on that knowledge. You can see more inside now. I find with hypnotherapy had such an impact on me that I decided to train to become a hypnotherapist so that I can help to guide other people to have their own profound realizations. Now I work with adults from all backgrounds with any symptom. So the symptom very quickly takes us underneath the surface to patterns, and beneath that, beliefs. And the way that we get to those patterns and those beliefs is through the unconscious and through the understanding within the realm which is usually reserved for dreams.